In 1970, at the height of the Cold War, Soviet scientists began drilling a hole into the Earth's crust. Their goal was simple: reach as deep as possible into the unknown. But at over 40,000 feet down, deeper than the Mariana Trench, the drill hit something completely unexpected. Temperatures surged to nearly 400 degrees Fahrenheit. Machinery melted. And according to notorious leaks, microphones lowered into the abyss picked up something terrifying. Sounds that resembled thousands of human screams. Did the Soviets accidentally open a gateway to hell? Or did they uncover a truth the world was never meant to know? During the Cold War, the superpower rivalry wasn't just about reaching space or building nuclear arsenals. It was also a race to the center of the Earth. The United States launched Project Mohole in the 1960s, attempting to drill through the Pacific Ocean floor, but it was canceled due to skyrocketing costs. Seeing an opportunity, the Soviet Union launched its own ambitious project on May 24, 1970, in the remote Kola Peninsula, near the Norwegian border. Armed with Euromash 15,000 industrial rigs, Soviet engineers aimed to drill 49,000 feet, over 15 kilometers, into the continental crust to study the Earth's mantle. As the drill pushed deeper year after year, scientific textbooks began to crumble. At around 22,000 feet down, geologists expected to hit a boundary transition from granite to basalt rock. Instead, they found granite continuing further down, completely redefining geological models. Even stranger was the discovery of water. At thousands of feet underground, where extreme pressure should have squeezed out any moisture, scientists found liquid water trapped inside fractured minerals. But the most shocking geological find came at 20,000 feet. Microscopic fossilized plankton, perfectly preserved within ancient rock layers that were over 2 billion years old. The deep earth was not a dead, solid void. It was active, wet, and held secrets of ancient life. By 1989, the Kola Super Deep Borehole reached its record depth of 40,230 feet, over 12.2 kilometers. The Soviets aimed for 49,000 feet by 1995. But then, everything went wrong. Geologists had predicted temperatures at 40,000 feet would be around 212 degrees Fahrenheit. Instead, the sensors registered a scorching 356 degrees Fahrenheit. The rock became unexpectedly soft, behaving more like warm plastic than solid stone. Drill bits degraded in hours, and pipes twisted under the immense heat and pressure. Every attempt to drill deeper resulted in equipment failure. The Earth was actively fighting back. With the collapse of the Soviet Union in 1991, funding dried up, and the project officially shut down in 1992. But as the scientists packed away their gear, a bizarre story began circulating worldwide. Reports claimed that before shutting down, engineers lowered heat-resistant microphones into the abyss to record tectonic movements. Instead of seismic shifts, the audio picked up thousands of agonizing human voices screaming in pain. According to the legend, a glowing demonic entity erupted from the hole shortly after. While scientific consensus proves this story was an urban legend popularized by a Finnish religious newsletter and later broadcast globally, it leaves an unsettling question. Why was the site sealed so abruptly? And why was the metal cap welded shut with heavy bolts? While the Screaming Voices story grabbed headlines, the real geological anomalies found at the bottom of the Kola Borehole were almost as mind-blowing. At a depth of 30,000 feet, Soviet geologists discovered a massive layer of mud completely saturated with hydrogen gas. The concentration was so extreme that the mud bubbling out of the hole was practically boiling with fuel. Even more shocking was the discovery of a dense gold deposit embedded in the rock at 31,000 feet. Geologists found rock samples containing over 9 grams of gold per ton. To put that in perspective, commercial mining companies consider 2 grams per ton worth exploiting. Unfortunately, extracting this fortune from 6 miles underground was technically impossible. The discovery of free-flowing water at 40,000 feet down shattered everything scientists thought they knew about thermodynamics. How could water exist at such crushing pressures? The answer sparked a revolutionary scientific theory. The idea of a massive subterranean reservoir trapped inside the Earth's mantle, sealed within a mineral called ringwoodite. Decades after the Kola project, modern seismologists confirmed that deep within the Earth's transition zone, between 250 and 400 miles down, there is enough water bound in rock to equal 3 times the volume of all surface oceans combined. The Soviets hadn't just drilled a hole, they had tapped into the edge of a hidden underground ocean. Kola wasn't the only attempt to pierce the earth. In Oklahoma, the Bertha Rogers hole was drilled in 1974 to a depth of 31,440 feet in search of natural gas, only to hit molten sulfur that melted the drill bits instantly. In Germany, the KTB Deep Drilling Project reached 29,000 feet, recording strange magnetic spikes and temperature anomalies that defied physics. But why did humanity suddenly stop trying to drill deeper in the 1990s? Was it purely financial? Or did global governments realize that digging too deep into the Earth's crust destabilizes tectonic plates or releases forces we cannot control? Today, the Kola Super Deep Borehole sits completely abandoned in the frozen wilderness of northern Russia. The massive research building is now a decaying ruin of rusted metal and broken glass. On the floor of the ruins lies a small, unpretentious metal plate welded over a 9-inch hole. That tiny welded cap is all that seals humanity's deepest passage into the planet. A 12-kilometer drop into absolute darkness that remains untouched to this day. Was it simply impossible engineering, or did the Soviets touch a boundary humanity wasn't meant to cross? Share your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this mystery, hit the like button and subscribe to The Hidden Order for more deep dives into the unknown.